Hey, what's going on, everyone? Jonathan Davis here with Davis AutoSports. First and foremost, it is very, very windy, so excuse any wind noise that you may hear. I did put a little wind popper on the microphone, so I hope that helps. This is just a pre-listing. We're just shooting this real quick with an iPhone. We just got this Jeep in inventory this morning. Our pre-listings are to notify the general public of current inventory that's going to be in our shop, getting cleaned up, reconditioned, serviced, so you can almost get a jump start, if you will, on our inventory. So make sure to pay attention to this video because we're going to offer this Jeep in a couple different ways to purchase it. But the first part of the video, I'm just going to go over the overall condition. Please keep in mind we haven't touched it. I literally drove it about 15-20 miles, gave it a good quick look over. Saw some things, small things that I'll point out in this video that we'll need to do service-wise, because we over-service our Jeeps here, as you guys know. But it's a 06 Rubicon, 55,000 miles, 6-speed, absolutely gorgeous Jeep. Once again, we haven't touched it, so as we walk around, just please note that. This Jeep also, although only 55,000 miles, has a great service history behind it. We have all the service records. So condition-wise, it's already, I would easily rate this Jeep in its current condition, considering years and miles, a strong 9.5 out of 10. And once we're done doing our reconditioning, it's going to be that much nicer. So we'll start off with the front of the Jeep. Condition wise, it's all there, as you see. Very, very clean, no damage. If we were to maintain this factory front bumper, which is going to be an option 1 to purchase this, what we're going to do is refinish it so that it's has a fresh coating of black paint. We don't armor all any plastic here at Davis AutoSports. We refinish it so it lasts. So in a nutshell, as we go over this Jeep, option 1 would be purchasing this Jeep the way it is, with us doing reconditioning but not necessarily adding any additional parts to upgrade it and modify it, for example, bumpers and all that sort of stuff. So option 1, as I said, would include us refinishing the bumper, and we're going to have all this laid out on our website very clearly at davisautosports.com. One thing that stuck out to me is this incredible hood. It's in phenomenal condition, absolutely garage kept, because I can tell you these hoods take a beating when they sit outside. They're very flat, they hold moisture. It is just a pretty much flawless looking hood all the way around. The factory Rubicon decals are in great condition. Front fender is very nice. Even the front flare right here has maintained its dark black color. But once again, us making our Jeeps as nice as we can, part of our option 1 is to refinish these in black as well, which would of course match the front bumper. None of the hardware has been turned and removed, all very clean. Same thing with the door hinges. Decals are in great condition. Option 1 also would include, although that's in really good condition, we would refinish that. It's amazing when you have, especially on a red Jeep, when you have all the black, that's a deep, rich, dark black, how much better the Jeep looks, because it's such a good contrast. For example, you look at that bumper cap just versus that flare, and that flare is actually a little dulled, but not as much, and there's just a big difference. So when everything is a dark jet black, it just looks really, really well. Part of our option 1 in our reconditioning also includes buffing and wet sanding and paint correcting the paint, which will make this already really nice paint look that much better. I mean, just to show you, we haven't washed this thing. That's just a little bit of dirt. So this thing looks good even with a little bit of dirt on it. I'm not a huge fan of those steps, but we'll leave that up to the buyer. I don't think they're the most eye appealing set of steps, but we'll most likely remove those, but if you want them, we'll leave those on there. The top's in good condition, extra set of upper doors in the back as well. Once again, just a little bit of dirt. That just goes to show that we haven't even washed this thing. Same thing, that's just a lot of dirt on the flare, but the flares are getting completely refinished. And when we refinish these flares, they come off of the Jeep. They get completely sanded down, sprayed, just like we do in our body shop on our restoration. So that's all gonna make this Jeep look absolutely killer. Go around to the front and go to the passenger side. The Jeep is equipped with some really nice Quadratech LED headlights and some LED bumper fog lights as well, and we'll go over some other things. It also has a 2.5-inch Quadratech, or excuse me, Old Man Emu lift, I apologize. So the lift has been on there for a while. We didn't install the lift, but part of buying the Jeep the way it is with the current lift, our option 2 would include us putting a brand new suspension system on there, all new steering, but we'll go over that later on in the video, as well as the website. Once again, hood, I mean, this thing is literally in such good condition. Just a little bit of surface dirt, that's what you hear, that's what you see on my fingers. But it is, you just don't find TJs like this. And if you guys are unfamiliar with us, I mean, we do a ton of Jeeps. That's what we're known for. We have probably 25 Jeeps. That's 3 rows of Jeeps there that are all client vehicles here that are getting restored. And we actually have some behind our fence line as well. And then we have a parking lot full of Jeeps as well. So as the owner, I've seen thousands and thousands of these TJs, and this is actually a truly incredible Jeep. Little bit of dirt, as I mentioned, and that same thing here, that's not a scratch, that's a little bit of dirt right there. The body panels are in excellent condition. Once again, that's just dirt right there. And this thing is going to clean up and look phenomenal. Usually for our pre-listings, we still clean them and wash them and all that, but this thing was just so clean and nice the way it is, I figured I could go ahead and put it on there. Newer top right there. You also have a aftermarket rear bumper. That's a 285/75/16 BFG all-terrain tire, great looking tire, a ton of tread on there. So if you're looking to have a really nice Jeep, not necessarily everything brand new, option 1 is going to give you this Jeep with all the cosmetic stuff that I spoke about, paint correction, buffing the paint, everything that's black is going to get a new coat of black. Even the mirror housing would get painted as well. Full detail, we'll go over the inside as well. But make sure to go to our website to see what option 1's going to include service wise, because although I looked at the Jeep, we're going to get it on the lift and look at all the lines of fittings and everything else. One thing that I did notice on the Jeep as well is all 4 rotors on this Jeep. Let's see if I can get a decent view. All 4 rotors are brand spanking new, and they're the upgraded rotors with the coating so that they won't rust, and the brake pads are brand new, and that's on all 4 corners. So that's pretty nice right there. And the brake lines are new as well. Wheel wells are really clean as far as no rust or anything. The frame is super clean and solid all the way around. So just a really, really nice Jeep. So in a nutshell, that's option 1. Option 2 would be everything we're doing in option 1, but doing a completely brand new suspension system and steering. So new coils, new shocks, new control arms, because the control arms are original. When the Jeep was lifted just to 2.5 inches, it maintained its factory control arms, which is normal on a 2-inch lift, especially on a Rubicon. Part of our option 2 would also be a brand new tie rod bar on the bottom, new tie rod ends, upgraded adjustable track bar, sway bar end links, bushings, everything. But once again, that's going to be laid out on the listing. And with the option 2, we're going to offer new tires. These tires are good, but if we're going to put a brand new suspension system, you know, a lot of our customer and clients, when they want new, they want new. So Option 2 is going to give you brand new tires. We do love the Rubicon Moab wheels, so we're going to leave those on there. And also, if the Jeep isn't built, you guys at any time can say, all right, I want option 2, but I want to upgrade the bumper, I want a winch. So this isn't set in stone. This is just to give you options. You can say, hey, I want a 4-inch lift, I want, 35s, whatever you guys want to do. If you go to our website, you'll see hundreds of TJs that we've built to give you some ideas. So moving on to the interior, even so, the sun is beating down on this paint, and just look how gorgeous it is. I mean, and we haven't touched it. Once we buff it and everything, it's going to look that much better. Inside is very, very clean. The seats, just a little bit of debris and dust, but just look how clean the seats are. Non-smoker, no pet hair. I mean, look at the material on those seats. Look at the seat belt. I mean, this thing is super clean, guys. 6-speed manual, 55,000 miles. All your books, your lug key, Quadratec floor liners. Look at the carpet. We have not touched this Jeep at all. This thing is nice. This thing's gonna turn out really, really nice when we're done with it. Man, this thing with and I'll tell you, a newer 2.5-inch lift will bring it up just a hair more. I would probably go with the same tires, but white wall out just to give it a little bit of contrast. But what an absolutely gorgeous Jeep. License plate bracket is going to get painted as well. There are your brand new upper doors. All right, guys, here we are in the drivability portion of the video. Pretty warm day here in Richmond. I actually got the AC on right now, which is already starting to blow cold. So we're actually gonna, for the ease of driving, start off in second gear, which is a nice thing you can do in these Rubicons with the gear ratio. So second, we'll go to third, fourth, and we'll just go straight to sixth. It's another thing I typically do. Oh, let me shut this window. When I drive these, I'll typically go from first to third or start off in second, and then when I'm in fourth, I'll skip fifth and go to sixth. But this thing just completely tracks perfectly straight going down the road. Hard on the brakes, no shimmy of the wheel, super smooth as it should be with the brand new rotors and pads as well as brake lines. We'll go to third gear. We got a good hill we're going up, we'll climb it. Get the RPMs up just to show you everything functions as it should. Clutch feels great. Very, very smooth. I mean, look at the steering wheel, it's perfectly smooth. No driveline vibrations, no driveline noises. Very, very nice Jeep. So we're actually in third gear. I mean, at 10 miles an hour. Once again, it's one of the advantages of a Rubicon. You wouldn't be able to do that in a sport with 33-inch tires. Still in third gear. No cars coming at less than 10 miles an hour, pulling out, and still really decent acceleration. Fourth gear. We'll go ahead and go into fifth gear just for shifting purposes. Super smooth. Back into sixth. Wow, the original windshield as well, and it's in great condition. Wow, that's really nice. So guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Keep in mind, as mentioned earlier, this is a pre-listing. We haven't touched this Jeep. We have a phenomenal reconditioning department. Just in reconditioning the Jeep, the paint, the interior, we'll probably spend 4 to 5 days, and it's going to look that much better. And then, as I mentioned, make sure to go to our website, davisautosports.com. This Jeep will be on our home page. If you scroll down, if you just go to our website, you don't have to click on any buttons. Go to the home page and scroll down. The first thing you're going to see is our newest Jeeps that we have in inventory. And if you want to look at all of our Wranglers, then select the inventory tab up top in the navigation, and then under Jeeps, select Wrangler, TJ, LJ, and you'll see probably 30-40% of the Jeeps that we build, and there's probably 100 or so on there. So 55,000 miles, beautiful condition inside and out. Undercarriage is very clean. Lots of different ways that you guys can purchase this Jeep, so make sure to check the different options out. And if you have any questions, 855-XJ-JEEPS. That's 855-955-3377. If you're viewing this on YouTube, take a look at the date on YouTube as to when the video is uploaded. Today is February 16th. Usually our Jeeps don't last but a week or two at the most. But if you see it on YouTube and you have a question, don't ask us in the comments section. We only really use YouTube to host our videos. We're not a YouTuber, if you will. We just use their platform as a hosting site. So if you have any questions, contact us directly. And if you're curious whether it's for sale or not, you can go to our website, and if it's for sale, it'll be posted for sale. And if it's sold, it will say sold. Any questions, once again, 855-955-3377. Thank you.